necessarily a session. It was like he had just come back from LA and he had just worked with the Sunday service guys. First, I was actually playing music in the studio. Then he walked in and I stopped. And then he was like, why you stop? Why you stop? Why you stop? I was like, oh, no, bro, I'm not trying to mess up your session. He's like, no, bro, you know I love your music. Play your music. Play. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Yeah. So I'm like, he's like, but I only want to hear it. Because he likes my rap stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, nah, bro, I want to hear your rap stuff. I want to hear your rap. I don't want to, he's like, I hear Afrobeats all day. I want to hear your rap stuff. Because he loves rap music. And then he was like, oh, I want to play some stuff I've been working on. I was like, I bet, what you been working on? He plays me that, and I lost my mind. I was like, bro, this is like Sunday service, Kanye, and he's like,
It is what it is.
And I was like, yo, it's crazy.
Serious Sex, some Shade 45. Of course, is me, the most energetic entertainer. Manny Supreme, one time for my dog DJ Drama, Don Cannon, TC behind the boards, DJ Iceberg, always playing that new shit, Sarah Vivon. One time for that boy Telly, too, behind the camera, man. This is another episode of Who to Watch For. You know, we only bring you guys. You know, season 1 was amazing. Season 2 has been really special because, like, I feel like we've dabbled in different parts. Went to the east side. We talked to some of my concrete family care, and like now we're delving into a different lane. We're talking about Afro beats. We're talking about a new era of music. You know, I play this gentleman's song when I want to really see the girls dirty wine and say bombo clot. I got my, which is, I know it's two different things. Don't Joan, but it's just that vibe that it gives me. I got my brother DNDsection in the building.
Yeah, man. Welcome, bro. We're here, man. We're here.
How you feeling, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm blessed, man.
First and foremost, I'm super proud of you. I know we've only really been locked in for not that long, but your success has just really been inspiring to see. I
appreciate
brother.
that.
So it's like I had to come down, had this conversation with you, sit down. How's life been? What you working on?
Life is good, bro. Life is good. I'm proud of you too, bro. You know, I messaged you the other day and told you I was really loving the fact that you're winning being yourself. So,
thanks, bro.
Yeah, but life is good, bro. I got no complaints. I've just been staying in my own world, trying to create my own little corner of the world, right? So yeah,
that's hard. Now, I just want to hop straight into it. You know, like, oh, where'd you get inspired with the music, and how old was your mom when you learned how to walk, right? He just gave us some exclusive news. You're working on a live album.
Yeah, live project. Yeah.
Live project.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for that? And then, who are you? Like, who's a part of the band? How did you piece together the musicians?
So for me, it was always I listen to a lot of Fela Kuti, so a lot of people probably wouldn't even know who that is, except maybe people on my side, right? But Fela Kuti's the originator of Afrobeat, so he's the reason we have the Burna Boys and everyone. But it's more longer composed music. And then I was listening to his project with Ginger Baker, which is this drummer from the 80s, and I was just I just fell in love with that project. And I called my band director Isaac, who's also my engineer and producer. And I was talking to him, I was like, bro, we need to do a live intimate show. It doesn't even need to be 100 people. It could be 40, 50 people, but record it and then put it out, you know? Because we had done, I don't know if you saw the live performance we did of Imagine That a while ago.
Yes, yeah.
So we were just bro, let's just try something different, bro. Try something. Because everybody's always doing a live show, and then, the live show dies there, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to do something that, people that support me and listen to my music could see a different side of me, because I think my favorite thing about music is composition, right? So I don't really I think my best skill is composing, because that's what I really take pride in, is how I compose my music and everything. So it was just the idea came one day, and then it's crazy, man. Band members are all people I know.
Yeah.
My homegirl Tyler's on the guitar. Isaac is on drums and everything. Our saxophonist is 14. You know what I'm saying? So it's but we're all African. So shout out my homegirl Ethel doing background vocals as well. It's we're a small family, bro. So it just feels like family, bro. So it's mad, bro. I'm super excited for it, but it's sounding great, man. I was even listening to the voice notes in the car on the way here. So
you gotta send it to us, man.
Nah, I got you.
Definitely gotta premiere it first when it's done.
Nah, I got you, most definitely, bro.
One thing I have to applaud you on is your marketing, right?
Yeah.
It's when I open my TikTok, I'm going to see a reel. When I open on my Instagram, I'm going to see something aesthetically pleasing that just makes me want to go listen to DNDsection. How important has that been, staying on top of, making sure you're getting those postings out, just keeping it in their face?
I think I'm just I'm extremely impatient, so I don't like to wait for anybody. So I'm the type of person where it's okay, this videographer is telling me that it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks before we can work. All right, man, F it. I'm about to go get my VHS camera and film it myself and create something. So for me, it's always I know that people have tiniest attention spans ever. So I always try to think, because, as an artist, if you can't market yourself, you can't do anything, right? Yeah. So I think my thing is always just thinking about how can I keep people's attention for the shortest amount of time, but enough for them to actually want to go back and listen to the music. I haven't perfected it, but like feel like as I try new things, I learn what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I put so much content out, is because I don't know what's going to work. So I have to put something out so I can know what's actually going to work at the end of the day and be like, okay, bet this works, so let's do more of this. So yeah, that's the reason I do it.
Shout out to Telly. We talk about, when you have that good product, it's a lot easier, especially when it's digestible. And I was going to say, whose idea was it? I saw one reel, or no, it was a TikTok that you posted where you were playing the piano
in the back of the piano.
back of the truck.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, yo, this truck flying right now. I know they got him motherfucker tied down.
Nah,
whose idea was that, though? Because that was hard. It made
was.
me pay attention, you know?
Yeah, that was the idea. No, that genuinely, bro. I've had that idea since February, and I was like, man, I have to do this idea. But I just had to find somebody who was freaking crazy enough for me to like do it. You know what I'm saying?
So who did you find to let you use the truck?
Bro, first things first, I called. Bro, first was like, F U-Haul, bro, because
for real.
Because I called U-Haul.
No, for real.
I was like, I called U-Haul, every U-Haul in Atlanta, East Side, West Side, South Side, all the way Alpharetta, Marietta. I called everywhere, and I'm like, yo, I need a U-Haul truck. They said we ain't only got trucks, but we got the joint, the van. I'm like, bro, I don't want no van. I need a truck.
Yeah.
So I called my partner Cam, and I called him. I'm like, at like 11 in the morning, I'm like, bro, I gotta go get this truck from Stockbridge. He's like, bro, where? I said, bro, from Stockbridge. We gotta go all the way to Stockbridge. Yeah. He's like, all right. I was like, all right, bet. So I found the piano on Facebook Marketplace for free. So I pull up to like this golf course / housing complex. I don't know, bro. And we pull up, this cool ass white guy comes out, and then we come out and we just loaded up on the car. We drove back. My boy Mitch put the camera on there, and then we just shot it, bro, in the West End. But I shot it over there for a reason, because that's where I lived over for a while when I was with my person I was seeing at the time. Like I lived in the West End when I was at State, so I was like, man, I want to shoot it over here because there's just so much greenery over there. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and there's not more Atlanta than the West End. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just shoot it over there.
That's hard. Yeah. One thing that I applaud you on, I like about your sound is like it's Afrobeat, but it gives a lot of Atlanta, right?
Yeah, facts.
What do you think has helped play a role in that? I know you went to Georgia State. Yeah. I want you to talk about that, but what can you say has like honestly contributed to like that sound, if you will?
Bro, the homies, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the people I've been around like my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up in Nigeria like till I was like 10, but then I came here when I was like 10. But like I grew up in like the North Atlanta, not the North, but North Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like Sandy Springs, Roswell, Dunwoody area. You know, they forget about us, but it's all good. And I actually went to North Springs. I went to high school with Summer and Cardi. Funny enough, and just that whole, I went to probably one of the best magnet schools in the whole Georgia before I ended up going to go hoop at some random high school that we just not gonna talk about. And I just like. It's just like being around, but growing up in Atlanta, bro, I can't be talking about stuff going on in Nigeria. Like I can only talk about what I know, which is like the fast life in the A and girls and all this stuff and popping bottles and all this stuff. So, but I always wanted to find my own way of interpreting it without, there's a way to paint a picture without giving them the picture, So I always just try to find a way to tell my story of what I'm living, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I live two lives, bro. I'm an African guy to my American homies, but I'm a black guy to the rest of the world, right? Yeah. So I try to just give my own perspective on everything. So I make music from the purest place possible, bro. So it's like, I wish I could fabricate it, but it's like really, like everything I talk about is like, I could have done it yesterday, So, yeah.
That's hard. Yeah. Now, there's a very, very solid conversation point that we talked about a while ago. And I was like, I know I'm not tripping, but and I want you to just break it down more because you can explain it better than me, but how difficult is it, having those followers and people back home that really fuck with you, really support you, but they don't stream out there. They don't really have access, in Africa and Nigeria to like the Apple Musics, to Spotify and stuff like that. How big of an issue do you see that being with artists that's in a similar position as you? And then like, what are like some things that are like, have you brainstormed ways of like how to combat that?
Audio Mac is doing a really good job of like making it easier for like just the everyday Nigerians to stream music. You have Audio Mac, you got Deezer, YouTube is big out there too. So attacking those platforms is super important, But I tell people all the time, like, like I don't know if you guys pay attention to like the Instagrams and stuff of like Davido and Wizkid, but they get like 40,000 comments and stuff. like, you know, Africans are on the internet. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole Nigerian Twitter, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't feel like it's an issue. I think the time difference is more of like the annoying thing sometimes is like, you know, is the time difference. But I don't really see it as an issue because the diaspora is so big. And people don't really know about the diaspora yet. But the diaspora is massive, you know. There's, you know, every school in the whole of America has an ASA. And there's a reason why they have an ASA, because they have a large African student population. So a lot of my listeners are actually coming from the States, but they're coming from like, you know, places like New York and Toronto, Houston, Atlanta, hot spots for where a lot of Africans are. So, but then obviously you're always going to get those listeners and those core fans from back home, right? But I feel like the diaspora is really what's pushing my music forward. So kids in Dublin and everywhere all around the world, you know, because they're some of the funniest influencers, and even we have like our own Manny Supremes. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, so it's like the diaspora is really what's pushing me and like my I feel like my movement forward. Yeah,
that's
so,
hard.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, bro.
With your live performances, you're performing tomorrow at Slang Fest.
Yeah, dog, that's gonna be crazy.
How prepared are you for it?
Bro, I don't really even prepare for things like this, bro. No, bro, I've been performing since I was like 14, bro. So it's like,
it's secondhand nature.
Yeah, bro. Like I get nervous before every performance, bro. But
that means you still got that love for it.
Yeah. But honestly, bro, the right amount of whiskey, I don't really even.
Let's go.
I'll be
Ready.
good, bro. The right amount of whiskey, I'm good, dog. So nah, but I'm excited, dog. It's like, I feel like it's the first time I get to be in front of like an American crowd in like a big setting. Because, you know, a lot of the stuff I've done, you know, when I went on tour with like David and stuff, it was all mostly African crowds. But, you know, it's the first time I get to play my music for like a more diverse crowd. So I'm actually super excited for it, bro.
That's fire. So you had, you know, touring experience before going on tour with David. What was that like?
That was crazy, bro, because it's totally different, bro. Because they're not there for you. So it's like, you got to figure out, how am I going to make all these people
pay attention
that don't care about me at all? You know what I'm saying? They want to see Davido. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I make them, like, appreciate me in some way? So it was humbling, and you learn about how it's just so much movement. Like, I just gained a ton of respect for him because, like, we would do New York, and then from New York, like, we're going to Boston the next day. And I'm thinking, like, but then we're in the club because he has to do a club hosting. And I'm thinking, bro, we got to be in Boston tomorrow. Like, that's crazy.
At what time?
And then, you know what I'm saying, sound check at 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but it just made me gain a lot of respect. And it made me realize that, like, you know, this is like, besides just the making music, there's so many different aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got to, like, really watch him and watch how he does things and get advice from him. So I don't know. It's like, I feel like with him, like, and he's just such a genuine guy, bro. So it's like, from him, I've learned so much just from just being around him and just small conversations we've had. But yeah, bro, it's like, it's fire, bro.
That's fire.
It's fire, bro.
What, like, did you get a chance to, like, sit in on any studio sessions while being on tour, or, like, get a chance to see him create?
Yeah, a ton, bro.
What was that like?
I think the craziest studio session, it wasn't even necessarily a session. It was like he had just come back from LA and he had just worked with the Sunday Service guys, with Kanye's Sunday Service. He had done this song called Stand Strong. I remember him just being like, first I was actually playing music in the studio, then he walked in and I stopped. And then he was like, why you stop? I was like, oh, no, bro, I'm not trying to mess up your session. He's like, no, bro, you know I love your music. Play your music, play. I want to hear it. Yeah. So I'm like, he's like, but I only want to hear it. Because he likes my rap stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, nah, bro, I want to hear your rap stuff. I want to hear rap. I don't want to, he's like, I hear Afrobeats all day. I want to hear your rap stuff. Because he loves rap music. And then he was like, oh, I want to play some stuff I've been working on. I was like, I bet, what you been working on? He plays me that, and I lost my mind. I was like, bro, this is like Sunday Service, Kanye, and he's like,
That's what it is.
And I was like, yeah, it's crazy.
That's hard.
But to him, that's just another song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was one of the coolest studio sessions I ever sat in with that was cool. That was mad cool, bro. Yeah, that was mad cool.
I know, just, you know, I feel like experiences are life's best teacher.
Yeah.
And then, like, especially seeing it firsthand. I already know you took a lot of stuff from tour and put that into your music.
Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. Like, even when I imagine that, like, that was, like, literally, like, after I had come off tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had just come off tour. I had just, like, it was, like, the freshest I'd ever felt, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside. I'm like...
Because the energy of the record, bro, is just is uplifting. And then Lamy, who's on
Lamy
it with
Wonder,
you.
shout out my brother Lamy Wonder. He's a monster.
fire.
Yeah, but that record is like, bro, it's like, bro.
So was that strictly just, okay, fresh off tour, I got all this energy, I'm gonna pour it into this record, or like, were you using other things or influences from it?
Funny enough, it was I made it the day after we had like, because we had set up our own little tour too, like me and like some other guys that are artists in the diaspora, and we had done like a bunch of tours, and it was actually the day after we had done the Atlanta party that we did on July 4th, and it was like a big hit. It was like a bunch of people popped up. It was a great event, and I made the song literally that day, like the day after, like 2:00 in the afternoon. You know, my homies had pulled up because they was about to fly back to New York, and they just at my crib, and we had a really good conversation. And then I just started thinking, man, I want to make this beat is so, because the beat was so hard. Like, I don't know other artists, I don't know if y'all ever got a beat so hard, you're like, man, this is crazy. Like, I don't even want to mess this up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but funny enough, it was a flip of an original Afrobeat song. You know what I'm saying? Which was by Style Plus, called Imagine That. And it's like one of my favorite songs ever. And I was like, man, I want to use this, but I want to put my own Atlanta little flip on it, like you said, right? And yeah, but it just came together crazy, bro. But it was like one of those things where I was like I said like earlier, like composing is my thing, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like the original beat didn't sound like that. You know, I got a violinist to come and play in my living room. I flew all the way to DC to get my boy Lalo to play sax on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I brought background vocals in. There's probably like 3 or 4 different additional vocals on there. You know what I'm saying? I mixed most of it with my boy Isaac. You know what I'm saying? I mixed most of my stuff with my homie. You know what I'm saying? So we mix it together. So it was one of those records where it was like we like really took our time with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably did like 20 mixes of the song, and then like it came together just like crazy. And it's just good to see people like the song, especially hearing American people sing the song is like crazy, dog.
Like,
so
when we
like,
Afrobeat said, like, shout out to Bosco.
Yeah, shout out Bosco, man.
And then it's not even thinking like, we're in that D&D. It's like, I hear that, when I hear the beat come out, is it like bongos or what is the drums that roll off on the first part of it?
It's like an amapiano thing. So it's like amapiano is like where it's like a bunch of like perks, which is like auxiliary perks, and then like additional stuff. So it's a bunch of stuff. But are you talking about the drum that's like knocking?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called a log drum.
Okay.
It's called a log drum.
I'm like, yo, it's just the energy. I can just tell, like, sonically, like, someone took their time with this.
Nah, bro. We take our time with everything. That's why it takes, like, sometimes it's hard for me to release music like so fast, because with the Afrobeat market, like, you have to really make sure it sounds good, right? So like, yeah, man. Like, that's probably one of my favorite songs I ever, it's probably my favorite song I ever put out, honestly.
It's a dope record. Okay, so with that being said, top 5 Afrobeat artists. Of all time.
Of all time.
All time.
Oh, jeez. All time.
You can't leave nobody out. It has to be a solid list, D&D.
I mean, I gotta put David, Burner, and Wizkid in there, automatic.
Is that in order or in no particular order?
I'm not gonna do order, because I love them for different reasons.
Different reasons, okay.
But those 3, damn, all time, bro. I gotta put P Square in there, bro. A lot of people like P Square is my childhood, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like Busybody, like, oh man, like that's my childhood, P Square. And then like last one, like, I mean, I can't put Fela. I mean, I would put Fela in there, but Fela is just the umbrella of it all. I'm trying to think who I would put on there that I like right now. I'll just put, this last one is tough. I'll just put Asake in there just because Asake is just on such a crazy run right now. So I would say like Davido, Wizkid, Burna, P Square, Asake.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you pull from each of those artists that you implement within your own sound?
I think David is more so how to market yourself. I think with David, how he markets himself, he's just so good, bro. Like, I've never seen somebody that just knows how to capitalize on the moment so well like David. Like, literally, he could be the talk of the conversation in blogs tomorrow, but he's going to figure out how to flip it into some streams. You know what I'm saying? And I would say, like, Burner for me is, like, performance-wise, because I think Burner's the best performer I've ever seen in my life.
I saw him at State Farm.
Crazy, right?
With Bosco.
Yeah. And it's hard to take your eyes off him, bro.
It was. I had to watch, and I didn't even have my glasses on, so it's like, it was a little bit hard.
The girls be locked in.
But it was so vibe. He had no openers. I forget the name of the DJ.
Burner would never have an opener.
But it was just like, but when he came on, it was just that immediate. Yeah. He sold it out too.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was on the floor for that. It was crazy. Like, Burner is one of my favorite artists ever. Not Afrobeats or just regular music, right? So with him, his performance, and then Wizkid is production. Like with Wizkid, his production is like, I think he has the best beats. Like no, I don't even know who's like. I mean, like P2J and those kind of guys are making his beats, but like with them, it's like that. And then for P Square, I think what I like about P Square the most is like everything as a kid was like that nostalgia. So like funny enough, I sampled them on a song that'll probably come out like later in the year, early next year type shit. But with them, it's all about just using them for that nostalgia feeling. So like I'll take a lot of pockets from them and put it in my music just to take old Afrobeat stuff, but then put my own words on it. And then Asake is just like marketability, bro. Understanding like Asake is dropping music like he's Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
feet in the streets,
bro. Feet in the streets like crazy. So like with him, he's showing me that like you could drop music at an alarming rate with Afrobeats and not have to worry about are people gonna listen as long as the quality is there, right? So I think with them, that's what I draw from all of them. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many guys that I listen to, bro. Like, and there's so many people that you guys will eventually find out about next year. You know? And then especially Thames, too. I'm a big Thames fan. So yeah,
I am a big Thames fan as well.
Yeah.
Hey, man, another episode, Who to Watch For with me, Manny Supreme. Make sure you guys are listening to us each and every Friday from 8 to 10 and then again on Saturday at midnight.